Inspirational speaker Sally Lou Loveman explains how you can live the life of your dreams.
Now next we have Chicago native Sally Lou Loveman, who'll tell us how we can do what we love for a living. And then later we've got...
For a new you. New Year resolutions aren't just about getting in shape or changing your eating habits. It's also a time for self-discovery and finding out what your true passion is so that you can do what you love for a living. So our next guest has been doing what she loves for more than 30 years, and her last name says it all. Please welcome founder of Love Speaks, Sally Lou Loveman. Sally Lou. Okay, so let's talk about Love Speaks and what it is and how you found it and all that good stuff.
Well, it came naturally to me because for 30 years, like you said, I have been doing what I love. I love television. I could live on a TV set and be very, very happy. And this actually was the set that I started my audience producer's job right here at WLS 27 years ago.
Right. Yeah.
I practically almost tackled your producer, Cindy, to grab the microphone and seat the audience, but I stayed cool.
Because it's in your blood,
it's
right?
in my
you can't
blood.
help it.
And that's what Love Speaks is. What's in your blood, what's in your DNA. So after 30 years of working in TV, I started my own company, and I engage with audiences and with a message of connection to yourself and your surroundings. And what is it that, for personal and obviously professional development, and what is it that sparks you? What is it that you're really good at, and how can you make that into a career? And what environment really just makes you happy and feels like home? Like right now, this is home to me.
You said the idea came to you while you were in the dentist chair.
Ooh, you're right.
Yeah, how did that happen?
Well, interesting. After a long time of working in TV, and you know the hours and working craziness, a very fabulous show, The Oprah Winfrey Show, ended, and I finally had time for a really massive dental surgery. And during that surgery, my mind was finally at rest, and I used that time. I now meditate daily, but that time, I use that time to sort of, what's my next, what's my next step? Yeah. What's my next chapter?
Usually and people are just thinking,
No, I had 100 stitches and I thanked my dentist at the end. He's like, what? I'm like, it started. That's where it all started. But yes, I'm all about meditation. So
how long do you meditate every day?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Just about
you're supposed to do it twice, but I do it once. But
closing your eyes and just letting your mind be free.
Love it, addicted, love it. It's changed my life. Yes, everyone should meditate.
Interesting. I've never tried that.
Yeah, you should try.
I will.
I try it when I'm in the sauna at the gym, but then people come in there and talk.
And no, exactly. You got to be in your own private space. And then when you're really good at it, you can do it anywhere.
Right. Try it during oral surgery next time. Hey, so you say that everybody has these Love Speaks moments.
Yes. And mine was when I was at a taping of the Mike Douglas show. I was 14. I was in a studio, and I saw a girl on the set with a clipboard. I didn't know what she did, but she had a headset on. She's a woman. She looked busy. So I knew I wanted to do it too. And that was really my spark. And that's what made me want to work in TV. And I know you all three have stories very similar, because I read about you. So I can't wait to ask you about it. And then I look and I thought, I look back on my childhood. What was I really good at as a child? I was really good, and young girl, at puzzles. I like when pieces fit neatly together. Seating an audience literally is like a giant puzzle with people for me. So I use that skill, and I used to interview my sisters in my basement on my reel-to-reel recorder. And I had my own little show in my basement. And then as audience producer doing the warm-up, I had that same kind of connection to people. So I connect with puzzles, connect with stories, and then that was really the skill set that I had for my job.
All right. Well, I think you're going to turn the table and interview us, right? Let's get to it.
I would like to do that.
Okay, go ahead.
So, Val, I understand that you grew up in LA, correct? And you saw someone, I'll let you say,
Pat Harvey.
Yes, speak, and she's a pioneer broadcaster. So what was that moment for you when you were sitting in that audience?
Well, for me, it was, I knew, when I left 8th grade, I said I wanted to be an actress. I grew up in LA, so Hollywood was down the street. So at that point, I thought, well, you know what? The way she told her story, it's kind of like acting. She's in front of a TV. She's talking to people every day. I love telling stories. I love hearing stories. The way she described her job, I thought, that's perfect for what I want to do.
And a teleprompter.
Right, and a teleprompter. I don't have to memorize lines in acting.
So it's like that worked for you. And I remember being in college, I tried out for the first musical to ever be produced at my school. titled Chicago, I just want to say, a little foreshadowing. And I, of course, didn't make the role because I have really no dance and singing ability, but I loved the stage. And the stage was what really sucked me in. And when I went, okay, I want to do something on a stage. And I know that you had theater.
I was like that too, yeah. The theater, like watching films as a little kid, I was just mesmerized by actors and films, and I wanted to do that. And I was a sports guy, so I would mute the TV and try to do the broadcast, and that I really got hooked on that. That's what I looked like back then. Cute? My little surfer haircut there, and that was kind of what sparked me to want to pursue TV.
I mean, don't you ever think about, you did sports this weekend, and like you said, like riding a bike, it's in your DNA, it's natural. You were an athlete, and you loved the theater, and so when you're doing your moment, like, do you ever think back, like, oh, when I used to just do those old broadcasts of myself in front of my dad? I mean, that's building something.
Yeah, he reminds me of that. In fact, we have a videotape of me doing this when I was like 13. I didn't bring that in.
Of course. But next
pretty
time.
Embarrassing.
But the same for me, too. It was a theater. It was the black of the theater right before you go on stage. I was cast in a Best Christmas Pageant Ever as Beth when I was like 8 years old, and then that was when it just got the theater bug, and I went away from it. And this is my belief, that if you go away from what you truly are meant to do, the universe will bring you back to it.
The path will bring you home.
So
and if you make a mistake, if you take the wrong job or you do the wrong thing, you know, the path brings you back. They're blessings, you know. You being a lawyer is a blessing. First of all, it's a great backup, you know, but you're such a sparkle, and it's a, you know, smart thing to do, but you got pulled back into entertainment, which is great. And I just like fitting the puzzles. Like, life is a puzzle, and I like to sort of help people find their piece. That's a good tagline, right?
All right. Well, for more info on Love Speaks, go to windycitylive.com.
Thank you.
A little bit later, a Southern and country rock musician is performing and has a powerful message to share with us. We'll be back.
Thank you, Sally.